Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be doing a key opening for the new Mythic of the Month, Champion of Anu. He is in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest for this week only, and then he'll be in the drop pool with everything else. So basically every key except for gold keys and event keys are the two keys that he is not in, but he's in all of those four. Anyways, let's go take a peek at him and see what he actually does. He's somewhat similar to a single shot Corvash, except with additional effects and slightly AoE. He silences, stuns, and drains all the mana from a single target, and then deals damage to them as well as everything below. So if you wanted to hit everything on the opposing team, you would throw it all the way onto their first slot, or you could throw it on whatever is the biggest threat, and hopefully it is in the second slot. If you're throwing it at third or fourth slot, you're obviously going to be losing a lot of value because it's going to hit a lot less. But it's mainly going to be particularly good against Gorgotha teams, as well as basically anything running a really important mana requiring troop in first slot. So that's the main purpose it's really going to have. The other thing that is pretty noteworthy about it, of course, is the fact that it gains +1, all blue allies gain +1 to all stats per turn, so going to be really good on blue Guild War days, simply to give a bunch of stats, as well as just in good triple teams that happen to use triple blue in PvP. It is also the first troop to get the non-unique trait of 60% skull reduction. This is the highest skull mitigation of any troop that is, or any trait that is not exclusive to any one troop, so there are going to be likely additional troops in the future that are also going to have this 60% skull reduction. There are two that are higher, of course 75% on Gorgotha and 80% on the Stonehammer, but both of those are exclusive only to those troops, whereas Aegis can be on any troop. Anyways, let's go and try to see if we can find him. And we don't have that many gold keys. We're going to do them 50 at a time, or I should say gem keys. Mainly because we opened them so recently because of the kingdom. But okay, we'll get lucky on the very first 50. I am perfectly fine with that. Wow. Okay, well, I think that was the luckiest we have ever gotten it. Oh, when was the last time we got it on first 50? Do not expect to get it on first 50. It'll probably take like 500 gem keys or so. But very, very insanely lucky. I almost want to get a second one now. With that being said, do we try for a second one? +2 to all allies. Per turn, all blue allies. I think the answer to that is no, for only one reason. I'm slightly tempted because we got it so early, but we can use Bard class instead. We could use Bard plus him, and then that's +2 to all blue yellows per turn on our entire team. So I think I'm just going to leave it at the one. Let's just go, I guess we'll go make a quick team out of it. I wasn't expecting to go do a quick team right now, but sure, let's go into it. We got him so early. Let's see, Anu. So let's go get him in. Go get him traded, go get him maxed, and due to this new interface that they have, very easy. All you do is just click here, boom. It does give that warning still, which is nice. And there we go, max level. Don't need to ascend it because obviously it's already mythic. Oops, I already went all the way back. And then for the trait stones, this is a single click. Also, there are all of his costs, if you are wondering, though you can see it easily on the page now, so I don't really need to go over every single time a new mythic comes out now what their trait stones are. You can kind of see it on their page themselves. You can see it's blue, red, blue, yellow. Before, you couldn't really be able to tell what trait stones they would really have, because if you only saw the first trait, you had no clue what these other two were. But now you can, due to their new page that they have here. But, whoops, not there. If you just do one single click, get all the traits, and there we go. Well, I guess we'll go build him into a quick, pure Sword's Edge, in case that ever becomes a thing that we need to do. But yeah, let's just go do that real quick. Sword's Edge. Go definitely do it with Queen Isabel for sure. Definitely one of the better things to pair it up with, especially since they're both human knights. We could even go pure human knight if we really wanted to. We're an Urfus Sword's Edge. It's in alphabetical order, and I still can't find it. There we go. So let's go get him in there. Put that in there. Obviously, we're going to want Queen Isabel, and I don't believe we can actually do pure kingdom from this, because there's no point using Shadow and the Shadow Dragon, and there really isn't much else to use within this kingdom. So with that being said, we have these two. I do want to stick to pure blue, so let's just go into blue now and see what kind of picks we might have. Let's see. We're still missing blue, brown, which, oh, Corvash, the two of them together. You know what? I guess why not? We'd still need a mana generator, though. What's going to be our mana generator? I would need one that's doing a different color. First Lock Gorgotha, go, no. Ideally, something not First Lock Gorgotha, though I would if I had to. What's the other troll that does blue? Oh, there we go. That's actually what we can do. Let's go Sea Troll. Sea Troll. Does Sea Troll have a looper on it? Let me get rid of that. Obviously, Sea Troll is not a blue, but it will give us a lot of blue. Oh, that has to block Queen Isabel, though. Well, I guess we'll get it off of purple. And might as well just use it as a tank, why not? Normally I don't like going Mythics in front line because they have a high mana cost, but we might be able to play around it. And now we just need a brown blue. So there we go, Corvash. There we go. And he's not a human knight, unfortunately. He is a knight monster, but still be able to work with that. And now we just need a banner for ourselves, and likely something with a lot of blue. So much so I almost just want to go double blue. No, that probably wouldn't work out. Almost want a double brown here, or double green. Is there a +2 green? Yeah, exactly that. There we go. +2 blue, +1 green, -1 yellow. Because yellow we don't really need to go for. Same as red. They're only on that one troop. Not really going to be that big of a deal. So we'll go start with this just as a fun little thing to try real quick. Of course, we'll have a team's video out very soon on actual, probably better ones than this. This is just first impressions of it to kind of see what it can do. Obviously, this is not a pure blue team, so it wouldn't be used in Guild Wars. We're going to use the Sea Troll just to try to get a little bit of mana in there. He has a Corvash of his own, should be able to easily disable it though, with both the two drains we have, and of course being able to silence can completely make them unable to do anything for a little while. So we'll get a stun right there on Famine. I'm not going to really make too big a difference there. From the start, we do want to ideally rush up one of these, though there is no mana to do so, so I guess we'll just go for a standard little skull poke in there. And let's see, we'll go for that purple. Definitely want to go rush that up if we can. He's starting to get his ability up. If we could get one really nice silence off that, that would be good. He'll probably go for Valkyrie soon. Want to keep denying out the blues because of that. It will give him less options to work with Valkyrie, so we're going to move that down. And we have his ability up, so let's go and just cast that real quick on something. If he doesn't Corvash us! Really? Really? Well, Corvash. Yep. Well, let's go and double our blue. And now let's do this. So, as it mentioned, it does do, or actually I don't know, I haven't actually used it yet, but it should silence and do all those disables to that, do its full mana drain. Though if you needed something bigger disabled, like for example, that is quite a bit more of a threat. So we'll do that, and now that stuns it. Oh, it makes a nice little sword sound too, and it does the ability. You can see now he's stunned, he's silenced, he got mana drained, or actually you can't see at the moment that he's mana drained, but I assume he is indeed mana drained there. And we could just keep casting this on our front line. It of course has the 60% score reduction if it wasn't stunned. It does, unfortunately does not have immunity to that, so if it does happen to get stunned, it will lose that trait, as everything does. So we'll just throw that little Corvash down. Not enough damage to kill, a little bit off on the 2 right there. If he was in front line, he'd be able to get that. We need 1 purple here. If we could somehow find it, that would be great, though it does not appear to be around. So because of that, we'll just go and try moving into place, and he does leave it for us, so we can just go straight into a doubling of the blue. And I guess we'll go right into that. I don't have a drop right here, so I can't go and take that. No other moves seem particularly useful, though this also doesn't seem particularly useful. There's only 7. We'll go for it, but it does indeed yield a miss. So we are getting quite a bit of stats from this. I was hoping that would go a little bit quicker with the +1s into the Yasmin. I do believe we need a little bit more generation. Maybe ditch the Corvash and then go into maybe some kind of Sea Troll loop or something. This combo right here is what I want to build the main primary team around, because we could just keep throwing on first slot with this, followed by this that also hits first slot, plus buff our frontline troop, and essentially just keep using our front line to destroy the enemy would be what we would be going for. But as far as its actual value, it, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it gets too good of a value for 24. This could be one of them that they do lower down again. It's one of those kind of troops that it's really good traits, but pretty bad ability. It's not horrible. It reminds me a lot of Dracos 1337, where it was used mainly for its impervious and just about nothing else, even though it has almost the exact same ability. But yeah, these kind of abilities that do like silence, stun, drain, and similar things to that, they're not too particularly useful, mainly because due to all the things that it does, they normally make the mana cost too high for it to really work out. And in this case, this is another case where it is just a little bit too high. It does a lot of stuff, but it's if you need to target it, it's too big of a liability, because if you need to specifically go and get that on, like we needed to on Famine right there, we're only hitting the bottom 2. We're not hitting the first 2 if they're still alive. So you're losing, in our case right here, we'd be losing 56 damage if we were to go for the better cast there. And I don't know if that would really be better value if or not. But yeah, it's a little bit of a weird cast, to say the least. I guess we'll go try one more real quick. Let's see if we can go revamp with it just to try to get it working a little bit better. Maybe we go all the way down the mana avenue of it and just kind of see what that can do. So, Sea Troll. What is the other troll that loops with that? I can almost guarantee that there is one. Why can I not recall it off the top of my head? Isn't there a troll? No, it was Green Seer. It wasn't a troll, it was Green Seer. Oh no, there was a troll. Yeah, it was... No, never mind. Yeah, that is. Yeah, Forest Troll, Sea Troll combo. That does indeed work. We could also technically do that with Nyx if we really, really wanted to. But going the Sea Troll route, I think would be a little bit safer, unless he has really high mana cost there. You know what, we'll bring the Nyx combo out. I always say how annoying it is, I might as well use it myself to go test out a team real quick. So let's go test it with the Forest Troll version. Put that in there, boom, boom, put that up, put that up, put that up, and let's go give this a test. And I believe the banner still stays exactly the same. Obviously, we're not using him for his tank capability, we're mainly using him for his trait, and we're still using the other two for the same purpose we've always been. So, the Forest Troll Nyx combo, the main thing we're going to be rolling off of here. What you do is cast the Forest Troll as immediately as possible, then you get a Nyx up, then you wait till they get mana, then you keep throwing and basically make sure they never have mana, and progress from there. And we could be using a Sea Troll there as well if we wanted to go for more of a loop, though this is more of a disable route. Oh, I do realize one flaw right now with my plan. He is immune to mana drain on one of his main mana generators. I still haven't been having to play around that too much. Most teams haven't really been utilizing it, the whole immune to mana drain thing. I was expecting it to be a lot more common, but in this case, I actually can't go for him, and he's probably going to get a pretty good move down here. I should probably take some of that, but yeah, I can't do much to that. I can't go and drain it because it's immune. I can't stun it unless we cast this, which would be a pretty good use of his ability right there, that's for sure. Though, given those factors, I think we're just going to move that down. Oh, that is an extra turn. What? That doesn't... Well, I guess that kind of helps me, but it still gives him alignment there. So we'll just throw this buff and hope he's just misses or doesn't even go for it. I guess that works too. Though not particularly helpful because there's not enough blue to do it off of a 9, I don't believe. So maybe he still won't cast it. If he doesn't for one more turn, we can just go disable it and go from there. Also, one thing to note, this has a stun plus a mana drain. One thing to note about this is that the way this works, I assume it would work the same way that Corvash does. It will not drain something that has immune to mana drain on the initial cast. So for example, if we... Actually, I wish you would get some mana. I'll go show it right here. So if we go and... let me go and just pass my turn somehow. So we'll do that. Waste our turn. So I want to show it right here. So you can see that she has 2 mana cost. We'll have to wait till she gets all the way back out of her thing. But when she comes back, she'll be back with 4 mana. Because essentially what happens here is we're going to do this ability. It is going to trigger the drain before it triggers a stun. So because she has immune to mana drain, it is actually not going to mana drain her. So we'll go cast this. And when she comes back, she should be 4 mana, because the enchant will still trigger, and we didn't actually drain the 2 mana she had. So we'll get to see that in one moment, but in the meantime, let's go and just get our greens that we need, go disable this other one so we get our mana right back into all of our blues, and now he doesn't have any. And I guess we'll just go for another tap. That'll bring that to full mana. We can go for another disable, ideally on front line, so we hit everything, and just keep progressing from there. Then again, he is being a little bit intimidating with his mana pool, though we could easily just go and use the Nyx for that purpose. So we'll go for that, go for a huge hit, and come and get Unsilenced already so we can see your 4 mana. And let's see, we'll go for this one. I think there's enough blue. Yeah, 11, so that should be enough. Go for that. Of course it misses, good job. But he's still alive, so we can get one more double with the drain. Hopefully that one doesn't miss, and good, it doesn't. We can just go for the kill there. I'm actually just going to go for the skull because I don't want to kill her, because of course we're trying to see this. Can you please get Unsilenced already? Not something I would normally want, but yes, we want to see it. Oops, I almost just killed it. Okay, let me go disable one of these, I guess, just so we don't accidentally kill it. Oops, let me take that. Oh, oops. Oh. Don't accidentally kill it. Let's see. Which one's more of these is more of a threat? I'll just do it on the hero for now, I guess. Then we'll go disable that. Please get Unsilenced so we can see your 4 mana. And, well, I can't go kill it yet. I guess we'll just take a brown here. How long is that silence going to last? Wow. Why doesn't silence ever work this good when I'm actually trying to use it to silence something? There we go. And... wait, it actually drained it? Gasp! Okay, maybe it does work slightly different than a Corvash then. I'll have to test that a little bit more later. Interesting. But normally what happens when you use Corvash is its interaction. Basically, the drain triggers before the stun. So maybe with him it's different? Though then again, it could just be that since this patch it also changed. I'll have to test that more a little bit later. But anyways, let's just go kill it out. Still pretty useful. We'll go and... actually, I don't have enough for the skull poke, so we're just going to go into that. That will go down on everything since we could just do it right at the front. Of course, whenever we actually get a kill with it, we're losing all of the additional effects because it's not triggering the drain, it's not triggering the silence, it's not triggering the stun or any of that. Still a pretty fun troop to use though. We just go throw that in. get the little poke, and down it goes. So yep, that is the new guy. I can't remember his name, it's like Anu or something. But, yeah, he definitely has potential with All Knights, definitely with Queen Isabel, definitely with Blue Days. I know this isn't the pure blue team, I will be messing with that later. But if you aren't going pure blue, definitely a good idea to go Forest Troll, Nyx, Forest Troll, Sea Troll, stuff like that that can loop infinite mana to him. Always really good, as well as to Queen Isabel in this case as well. But yeah, Champion of Anu. And he's in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest for this week, and then he'll be in the drop pool with everything else. So if you are looking to get him, you definitely want to try getting it by the next Friday, or else he won't be available. But anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for this video. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave in the comment section below. We will be doing a actual video in the near future, going over the actual teams for him. But if you still have any other suggestions or anything, feel free to leave them below. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everyone!